So I already did the first trial. I'm looking forward to this one. So this is the Sigil's trial, moderate one. Aid Selvi in her research and defeat the phantom army conjured by the plain magic Sigil. Oh, yeah, my bad. I think we might actually still be able to do that in combat too. Let me see. It's... So I have... Wizard, I have found that, like, I do like having the Holy Trinity in every single party. But, you know, you can't even do that until you have 3 slots. So up until you get the third slot in every unit unlocked, even, you can't even do that. So you kind of got to just roll with what you have to work with. So at that point, I think I was just doing a DPS and a healer when I could. But honestly, it took a while before I started getting enough healers to fill every unit too. Like I definitely had my 3rd and 4th unit slots unlocked before I had healers to go in them too. But as you can see at this point, I have enough healers for every party. So this is the entire bottom page of the newest acquires, starting with Sabine that I recruited. So we can see some other stuff. Like I can't remember for sure, but I think Adel and Fran might have joined in the same fight. I'm almost 100% sure Nina and Miriam joined in the same fight. Oh wait, no they didn't. Hold on. Did they? No, Miriam and Kitcher joined in the same fight. And then like I said, Virginia and Leah joined same fight. Prim, Bengaria, and Aramis joined same fight. Oaklish was an unlock from turning in the Divine Shard things. I don't know how many I had to turn in before she joined me, but I just kept turning them in, and eventually she did. And then, Melisandre and Colm joined together, and then lastly Monica joined at the end of the day. Okay, I'll go back to the unit. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, we've got... Oh, wow. There are a lot of enemies here, and it is... Oh, no, they got a ballista. So this was something we started seeing towards the end of yesterday's stream. As I was getting later into later level fights. So, the ballista... Any enemy or any ally unit can man it, and then they can target a single enemy unit to them at the time and just keep pelting them for tons of damage. So we're gonna need to bypass this up the top. We're gonna have to skirt over here and capture all this crap. These are a lot of enemies packed in a small area. Stamina is going to be interesting in this fight. We do have a stamina regen here, but we don't have any campfires here to regen many people's either. Now, who is this down here? Is this the boss? What? Wait. Florence? Oh, it's very close to Bernice, I guess. Okay. Oh, wait, this has a crown. I guess this must be the boss, right? Yeah, because they have a crown on their head. Okay, so that must be the win condition defeating Desiree. Okay. Yeah, and in the Ren fight, Suki, you have to protect both Prim and Ren. You have to protect Prim. If Prim goes down, I don't think you can get Armis to join. And I don't know what happens if Ren goes down. You might just fail the battle and have to start over. Well, I think we're already seeing a teeny bit of that, Wizard. Cause like I've got down here, and it just kind of happened. I don't even remember doing it. But I've got a knight who is a spear using DPS basically, and I've got him built up so that he's got, and it's mostly just with his equipment. So he's got lifesteal on the attack he's using here when he gets anywhere he loses any amount of HP. And then here he's got guarding with a shield. And especially against flying enemies, he gets 1 PP back every time he blocks them, which is pretty good because in Drakenhold where I'm at, there's a lot of Wyvern riders, so hopefully it'll make it so that this unit can be used against them. I'm not sure. And then he's got guard rate from here too, so he's a DPS class, but I've got him up front kind of like off tanking basically, and so far it's working pretty good. And then like over here, these two warriors on the sides in the front row, they are both DPS classes, but because I've got her using this, which gives protection, I've got her mitigating their incoming damage. I thought I had someone doing AoE healing up here actually. I thought I had someone running the Hallowed Mace. I thought that's Scarlet, it looks like, right? Is that Scarlet? Maybe Scarlet needs to be moved over. No, I've got Scarlet doing it over here. So kind of similar idea over here. These two on the sides, sword fighters, they're very evasive. Well, they're not very evasive, but they're kind of evasive. Their evasions are in the 50s. But then she's able to, she's a priestess, not a cleric, so she's actually got a row heal. But then she's also using a weapon that gives reheal, which at the start of battle she puts row regen up for the entire battle. So she's got a lot of row healing for the front row. So it's kind of like those DPS up front are also turned into tanks and stuff. And speaking of what you said with healers being tanks, because of how the game works with, before you go into a battle, it does all the calculations. It crunches all the numbers for you of what, like, everything that will happen in the battle already before you do it. You can move your characters around within the formation before that, and you can kind of roll the RNG dice a bit. And for like evasion reasons, because healers often have like okay-ish evasion, you'll often get the best results for a fight with moving the healer up into the front row, and sometimes even by themselves. So like there's definitely a chance in certain fights like this will have better results than this will. So there's your healer tanking thing. I don't know if it was like intentional like that for them or what, but it's kind of just how it's worked out. But yeah, okay, so we have a lot of units to deal with here. I don't think we have to worry about any of these 5 down here just yet, because the barricades will like help us out being protected from them. So we need to worry about all this stuff over here. We've got tanks, we got a lot of tanks we're gonna have to bust through. We've also got a lot of cavalry. Now oh wait, we've got a catapult of our, oh shit, I didn't even notice this. We got a catapult. Let's go. Catapults are a little bit different from the ballistas. The ballistas shoot one target within the range. Catapults, as you can see, their range is much larger. Their range is in between the two lines out there, so they can't shoot really close to themselves. But like this catapult from right here could hit over here at this fort if they wanted to. But they shoot out like massive boulders, and they'll one-shot enemy units. So I think to start, watchtowers are really annoying when you get like archers in them, because then they can do ranged assists. Same with mages and stuff, they can do magic assists, and and give every battle that the enemies within range do like bonus damage. So I think we want to shoot with a catapult. We want to try to shoot this cluster of 3 here, plus the watchtower, so we don't have to deal with it. And then we'll just deal with these 3 plus that. And since we can see that, like, we can see that pawn chess piece icon on both of these garrisons, that means once we start the battle, their progress bar, well, progress circle, is going to start filling for sending reinforcement. So we can't take too long either, otherwise we might be overwhelmed with enemies. I mean, I think like with that, I think like with the with Clive here, kind of. To be honest, I haven't tried to make a healer tank. But honestly, I'm sure with some of the passives they can get, like what do we have? They start with quick heal. So they can give themselves with their PP, they could give themselves chip healing if they're trying to tank. And then their AP would go to bigger healing, but like they could also, there's also ways of mitigating the damage, right? Like this, there's also a single target version of protection here. So also with their PP, they could mitigate damage before it comes in. I'm not sure if I've seen a healer yet that can self-sustain their PP, like they would have a form of regaining PP. Now this one here. Now, if there's a way, with passive miracle, you might be able to find a way, because that does give 1 PP back. So if she can keep like, if she can keep using passives on herself because she's tanking, then maybe she can kind of sustain her own PP with this. I'm not sure. As I've progressed, Suki, I have kind of changed them over the last few days. For the first day, I mostly used the same things once I found stuff I like. But then, and especially at the start of yesterday's stream, I started experiencing fights where I needed to have, you know, like in COTC, I needed to have like a tank busting team, right? Or I needed to have an evasive enemies countering team, and I actually inadvertently have 2 of those. This one's like that too. And then over here, you know, I made the cavalry team finally, and they're amazing. They get around the battlefield so fast, and they mop up like weak enemies like it's absolutely nothing. Cavalry mobility is really, really nice, especially if there's roads in the battle. Okay, let's get going. So we're only starting with 3 valor. So I do see that we have tanks over there that we are going to have to deal with, but I think if we can help it, I often like starting fights that only still give me 3 valor. And I think these are only the ones in Cornea still. Like the Drakenhold fights all, I think, started giving 4 valor. So, but I like starting with these 3 units the most because they're the most general purpose. And so we'll see whether Ren's unit can handle the tanks, and if they can't, then we'll try to get Sabine's unit out. But actually, also Sabine shouldn't be the leader, I don't think. Barrier breaker. Well, yeah, because stamina goes down, mobility. Well, you know what? No, let's keep healing assist. Okay, so let's get our units out. Who is gonna man the catapult? That's the question, right? Because we need them to shoot. Oh man, can they even shoot there? Oh, I think they can. I think if we shoot like right here on the edge, we should hopefully be able to get the tower and those enemies. That is unfortunately one of the only gripes I have. As far as I'm aware, you can't save units. So I've got in the habit of screenshotting them before I make any changes in case I want to revert things or something. I did finally get units 7 through 10 unlocked. Well, actually 6 through 10. I think we started yesterday with the first 5 units unlocked. So I got the second half of all the units unlocked yesterday. So I think as we progress today and we're getting more characters and we're getting more honors, I think we're going to start upgrading units 7 through 10 to get up to 4 characters in them, so then we can fill them in with other characters we're getting today. But yeah, okay, so if we go back to here, we're going to say, yeah, so not doing great against the tanky enemies, right? So we'll just have them do that, and then we'll get you in, and I'm gonna guess they're gonna, okay, yeah, so see, they typically will cream enemies, and it doesn't look like there's any falling off, although they couldn't get this enemy right here down, so we'll have to figure them out. But yeah, this is my, like, look at on the battlefield, I think there was one, even the boss battle, they're gonna one-shot it in one battle. They would win it. So I think there was only one battle on the entire map that they couldn't one-shot. This is my A team right here. Ren's team. They just destroy stuff. So I guess we'll probably have them go for this one. So the other interesting thing about the game doing all this pre-battle math for you before you go into fights, the game will re-roll every unit's RNG against every other unit on the battlefield after every action that's taken. So if we go over with this unit and fight this unit, this will not be the outcome if we try to fight this unit afterwards. It will have an entirely different and re-rolled outcome. So it's really, it adds another layer of strategy, right? Because now your order of events matters too. So I think because of their speed, and remember, we don't want to get hit by the ballista, so we have to stay above there, but we also don't want to get hit by that, and we might still, I think we actually won't make an action with them until after, well, shit. It was really bad that I put him over there before trying to figure out who was going to man that. Because I think you could start whoever's manning it right on it so they could use it immediately. And so we're going to have to wait for them to run over there. So we might actually need to start with them using it. Like them just inside of the catapult. I think that would make more sense.
In service of the royal family, what would you ask?
And they're my fastest unit anyways. They're also pretty strong. We'll see. They'll probably do good against a lot of the enemy units, but not as many as Ren's unit, because Ren is just busted. Yeah, I mean they'll win a lot of the fights too. But yeah, let's put you in the catapult. Okay.
As you wish.
So I guess in that case, then we don't need you to do that, right? I guess we'll just see. So we'll unpause it.
I am yours.
Okay. Catapult time. So I'm gonna try putting it right. Oh wait, they're cavalry. Oh, that means they're gonna be running really fast, and they're gonna probably run right past if I try putting it like right here, right? I think with that in mind, I think we have to put it here then on these guys. And then maybe then we have to hope that these 3 units are fast enough that by the time it starts firing on here, they'll be close, and maybe we can pick off a unit or 2. So there is like load time for the catapult and travel time for the rocks they shoot, but not that much. So I'm not sure I even want to include that cavalry to begin with. Probably because its hooves, all its hooves are flat on the ground, you know, whereas these 3 units, all their hooves, all their back hooves are, oh wait, well the first one's not, but the back 2 units back hooves are in the air, which means it looks like they're moving. So I think that means I do have to get the 5 here in the mix. So let's try going like this, I guess. And then actually to hold them there, I think we will move them like right here maybe.
As decreed.
The time is at hand.
And then like right here to kind of like hold the line.
To me.
Okay, so this is gonna be, I think this is only the second fight I've done, I think, that has a catapult in it. So it's still gonna be kind of a learning experience with the timing, I think, today as we get more of them. But here we go. Oh no, okay, there's the rocks. Oh, they stopped. Oh, they stopped. What are they doing?
Do you realize who you defy?
Okay, and we also got a fight initiated first too. I mean, we've got to do it. So this is my A team again. So they're gonna absolutely destroy this team here. They're doing almost 200 damage.
Want to keep going? So hurt. The real fight starts now.
Defense break. Follow up. Anyway. Bye-bye. I give you folks the cleave team. Okay, it looks like we got 3 level ups too. Ooh, Aubin's up to 15. That's pretty big. Yeah, he gets a new passive. So now he can counter and do defense breaks on counters too. But that's important because Ren can do the follow-ups to counters like I was saying earlier. So this is actually really good for Ren too.
Higher still.
Ooh, getting physical defense up is really nice. Initiative too, because they're D grade. Okay, so the rocks are. See, even when we're paused, we can see the rock. So it shoots 6 rocks. I think we're gonna move back so we don't steal more kills from the catapult squad. Look at that.
I've not chosen
And those units are just dunzo, absolutely dunzo. Now the problem here is the watchtower we wanted to get done. So we can see the arrow pointing to like 550 on the revolving clock. It has to reset, and then I think it will rewind and let us choose a new target once it's done. I'm looking at Elaine's unit, and they don't seem like they're gonna be that great. So I think we're actually gonna put them in there. I don't have them do that because this team is fast because they're the cavalry. Doesn't look like they're gonna do great against that many enemies either, but they're more mobile. So I think we'll bring. I wish there was a way to like toggle the snapping on and off. But I think we'll bring them to like there, and maybe we'll move them back a little bit too.
I depart anon.
Because I don't want them to be within the range of the watchtower, and I think all that has to be within the range is their ally unit. So like if we initiate a fight like right on the border, we're right outside and their enemy's right inside, I think they will still get the assist. So I need the entire enemy's body to be outside, so that's why I'm like backing up my line there more.
I have arrived.
Wait, what? What's happening with the cavalry unit? I thought I had them
A
move.
futile endeavor.
Okay, so yeah, again, this team is just a joke. They'll beat these 3 enemy units here if we want. So I'll speed these up here. We can do the 2 times speed like in Octopath 2. Look at that.
Allow me.
Our team is so strong we only got to have 2 out of 4 characters go.
Vanquished.
Yeah, I thought we moved them over here, didn't we?
By your word.
There we go. Okay, yep.
I
We're
shall teach you the lunacy of your
gonna hold the
ways.
line again. Alright, we've already seen what happens in here, so we're just gonna skip. We can also skip the battles. So it looks like Ren is almost up to 14. And she unfortunately does not get anything at 15, so she's got a little bit of a ways to go. I'm very curious to see whether this... I think we're gonna have... She's gonna be able to, once we get to 20, she's gonna be able to stack her... to self-sustain her AP with this too. And since the attack stacks from that, and the crit rate and crit damage stack from this, I think as long as we can somehow... I'm not sure whether counter will want to turn counter off or not. But as long as we can sustain Painbringer and Blade Dance, I think she's literally, for like boss fights and stuff, I think she's gonna self-sustain so hard with PP that she's gonna be able to snowball with these two and to becoming like an absolute like nightmare in longer drawn out fights. And the other thing is, this skill looks actually insane, right? It's a 2-hit 75 potency, but the potency doubles against afflicted. And remember, what does Eye of the Warrior Princess do? It afflicts enemies at the start of combat. So this is effectively a 300 potency skill that we get at 30, where I think she's just gonna start destroying bosses. Like, I think bosses just don't have a chance to stay alive once she hits 30. And by then, hopefully we'll have her up to like 3 or 4 AP, so she can maybe kind of sort of spam that against bosses even. She's an incredibly strong character. Like I said, I think she's the strongest character in the game at the moment. I am in it. Like, I think she's even stronger than Elaine. Now, Elaine does have, I think, slightly better stat growth. She definitely has more like C's than him, and she also, I think, has 2 D's where he has 3 C's and that's it. But other than that, like, she's still stronger than him. We will have to see, though, once we start getting to promotions. So, at least in the Shining Force games, promotion started becoming possible at level 20. So, I think there's a very good chance that today we're going to start diving into promoting characters, too. And with that, I know the promoted classes get an additional active and passive skill, so that'll further add to the complexity of the game, but in a good way.
Do you realize who you defy?
Yeah, we're not watching that again. Okay. So,
Vanquished.
thing of beauty here, with this being the squad that like is the strongest, meaning they are often the squad that does the most fighting. We just hit 2 Valor in the top left, right? Well,
Your will shall be done.
guess who's in this squad though? We have Aubin down here who can revitalize themselves anywhere they are because he's part of the team. So now we can just give them 2 stamina back, and they can keep right on with their murdering of everybody. So now we're back up to 3. So we'll go get rid of this tower. I wanna do this because they're cavalry and they get benefit from being on roads. So we'll see.
At
we'll see the speed starting to come in play, and we'll go. We'll do the same thing here, I guess. Unfortunately, they're not doing hardly any damage. For some reason, cavalry does not do well against cavalry. They kind of just butt heads and don't do any damage to each other. It's kind of weird. There's a lot of cavalry fights towards the end of yesterday we did, where entire battles would literally result in 0 damage to each side because there was so much defenses and so much healing on both sides. We watched it, I think, once or twice, and then after that, we decided that was not worth it. But yeah, look at how fast the cavalry team is. Once they get on roads, look at them run. Very cool.
I shall hold nothing back.
Yeah. So again, not any damage. We can try moving him out of there, but yeah, it doesn't really aid anything, right? Okay. Oh, and we're only taking 3 damage despite them getting range support. See, this was a problem. Like, the full cavalry squad with 300 mobility had like probably like 80 or 90 more mobility than Ren's squad, even though they have a cavalry leader. And so they got here before Ren's squad got to the tower to get rid of it, so we didn't have to deal with this. So we'll get to see the assisting here for the first time today. Couple guards there. Guarding there. That's the other thing, there's a lot of guarding that gets done by cavalry. Oh yeah, there's 0 crit.
I have you.
Oh. And here we go with the healing.
Be healed.
Crit heals. Yep. So he took like hardly any damage. Got hardly any XP. Did hardly anything. What happened here?
The time is at hand.
You were supposed to go into there, you goofball.
Set.
Terrible fearless leader. Yeah, so that's not gonna work. Let's come down here. Yeah, this looks much better. Oh, can we? Oh, we can't go over there on the road. That's weird. Okay,
As you wish.
we'll do that.
I shall teach you the lunacy of your ways.
Oh.
At least try. Not a chance! No more messing around.
How embarrassing.
Bowing out already?
There she goes. All right, let's get some good stats. Oh, she got 7 stat boosts. Wow. Crit rate is the only thing we like that we didn't get. But her getting defenses is good too, honestly. Very solid level up. Very solid. Absolute unit of a unit.
A lacking bout, frankly.
Okay, so they're down to 2, so we'll have them.
Shall be done.
No. Use the road, you goofballs. Okay.
As decreed.
And then over here, I guess maybe by the time they get there, they can shoot this stuff or something. I don't know. This is the thing about cavalry though. They're so fast. They just get everywhere like super quick. Super quick.
Endeavor.
Oh, she lost 2 HP last fight. I guess she didn't get healed.
Let's have some fun.
That might mean that I need to change up our tactics on
The real fight starts now.
what's her face.
Not bad.
PP up. 54 non-crit. PP up.
Not finished yet.
And then the follow-up, and she gets PP back. Oh man, it's just Monica, that's what I was thinking of.
Thank
So I think we might need to look at Monica's stuff here real quick. No, you know what? I think it's just a problem of her not having enough AP. And so, like, I'm kind of hoping once she gets promoted, she'll get another accessory slot or something, so we can give her one of the Cornelian pendants or something, or maybe by then we'll have found weapon or shield or something for her that can give AP as well. Because I think as of right now, I don't think we actually have any sword or dagger that give AP or PP yet. Okay, so yeah, you folks need to go in there.
At once.
You won't let Clyde out, do you? Okay, so since she's a unit leader right now, and since she's new, I haven't heard like any of her dialogue, so it's cool. It's cool, like in Octopath and stuff, when you have the characters take actions, they actually say dialogue stuff, which is fun.
This ground belongs to the Liberation.
There you go. Okay, hold on. We're gonna take a little damage. Little less damage. A little more damage. Doesn't look like there's any way for us to win this fight. And you know, honestly, I don't know if we want to, right? Because this is the boss of the stage. So if we do win the fight, then we don't get to kill the other enemies. And we don't get to shoot the catapult a second time either. Well, that dude got clobbered. Yeah, honestly, we might just...
What would you ask?
I mean, we could go take it, but I almost kind of feel like I want to just chill here. We want to catapult again, right?
What are your orders, my prince?
What's up,
As decreed.
Actually, I don't know. Why am I doing that? Check this out.
I'll not let Clive outdo me.
So if we move into there, we can unsummon them.
Anon. I withdraw for the moment.
We can unsummon them, and then we can redeploy them over here, which is fun. I've started doing that a lot more for repositioning of units.
Witness true chivalry.
Wait, do they come out of the garrison? What happened here? Because I definitely didn't move them. Well, I guess we're winning. Weird. Yeah, and we didn't get a chance to give them XP boosts. Now they both hit 15. Cavalry, this is incredible. So now our DPS, our cavalry DPS now can boost all of each other's attack too. We do only technically, I think, have two physical attacking cavalry.
'Tis the fruit of my labor.
She gets Holy Guard. Okay, we'll have to take a look at those real quick too here after it. Standard treaties, and that's it. Unfortunately, we don't get to defeat the other enemies. That's okay. It sped it up a little bit. How fast was that? That was the biggest time bonus we've got in a long time, like since day one, I think. That was a really, really clean fight. Oh, look at how much honors we have. We can upgrade one of the other units. Phantom Knight Spear. Ooh. Intrigue. 20 renown. Fascinating. We've earned a reward for our first success in the Sigil's trial. Though given everything we know about them, I should hardly be surprised at this point. In any case, there are still more sigils elsewhere in Fevrith. Let's be off. Alright, Dunzo.